Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is Cosmic, and in this video, I'll be giving out my final thoughts on Infinity Ultron and Thanos and see which uniform you should guys buy or skip. So let's dive right into this. So, Infinity Ultron. Let's start with Infinity Ultron. Ultron basically, he gave me like what 8 million in ABX. 8 million ABX, 7.2 million in squad battle, and it took him like 5 straight minutes to take out Infinity Ultron World Boss, stage 7. So, my general idea is that this uniform is not that impressive at all for several reasons. One, his damage is not that good at all. It's very consistent damage, but it's not that good. Part of the reason why it's not that good because the buffs that he has are extremely low. He has 0.5% accumulation and he has 35% all attack, all defense frenzy buff. His leadership gives him like 55% all attack increase. That's cool. He has a critical damage increase by 50% and guaranteed crit rates. And I believe he also has skill damage and bonus damage, and I believe he has chain hit damage increased by 15% on his uniform effects. Yeah, increased chain hit damage by 15% when attacking. And he also has this weird worded bizarre passive, increased basic damage by 40% when attacking machine characters without skills. I'm really not understanding what this actually means, because if it's only increased basic damage by 40% when attacking machine characters without skills, that basically the 40% damage increase will be only applicable for his auto attack, which is bad. It is extremely bad. I don't think this is going to help him any further. So yeah, that's the first reason. Second reason is he doesn't have that many hits and his skills are not cancelable. Okay, he has 15% chain hit damage increase, but his skills are not completely cancelable. The only cancelable skill that he has is the 4th skill. That's it. Every other skill cannot be cancelled, and most of his skills, like from 1 to 5, yeah, they don't have that many hits. They're just simple beams from his eyes or his mouth or from the infinity stones, and that's it. Like just beam and then he stops. Then he has another slash in here and a beam and then he stops. The 5th skill, another beam and then he pulls up like a small hole on the ground, and that's it. They're not cancelable and there's not that many hits. He doesn't seem like he hits really hard enough. My suggestion for the developer team is that they either increase the number of hits or they increase the buffs from his 3rd and his 5th skill, because he doesn't have that many hits and his buffs are super low, extremely low, to the point where it's just like unacceptable, especially in 2022 when we already have characters who can have like extremely absurd amount of buffs for PvE. Like I'm talking about 70% all attack, you know, not exactly like 70%, but like 30% over there, and another extra 30% or 40% over there that gives him like an extra 70% all attack. And I'm talking about 0.7 or 0.9% or 1.1% accumulation. I'm talking about a high extreme accumulations, but 0.5 is bad. It's extremely bad, and he seems extremely underwhelming. The only skill that deals enough damage is his tier 3, his 6th skill. The only skill that deals crazy amount of damage, and frankly, not a lot of people actually love this playstyle because it's either you hit or you miss with his tier 3. Like if you hit, you deal the damage, and if you miss, you deal no damage. Like that's just how Ultron plays. His playstyle is literally 3 cancel 4 cancel 5. That's basically it. And you do 1 cancel 2 or 2 cancel 1 to charge up the tier 3 skill much quicker. So you can do the 6th skill, because this is the most damaging skill that he has. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's that good. He doesn't seem like he's going to dethrone Loki. His score in ABX in Squall Bell seems mediocre. His run, he struggles a lot against Ultron himself. Yeah, Ultron is like the hardest piece of content that we have right now in Marvel Future Fight, and Ultron himself cannot clear him. He cannot clear World Boss Legend Ultron. And yeah, this uniform for me seems like a skip. You just skip this uniform, because why would you want to waste crystals on a character who's not going to perform very well for you? Like, he's just like a cheap version of, I don't know, Thor or something like that. Like, remember Herald of Thunder Thor? Where is he? He's like a cheap version of Thor. You know, like Thor deals enough damage, but his damage is not that impressive, right? That's the type of Infinity Ultron that we're dealing with right now. And it's sad because Infinity Ultron is like one of the most beloved characters in the What If series. Yeah, a lot of people really wanted Infinity Ultron to be very powerful. A lot of them wanted him to be in the game. Yeah, it's kind of a bit disappointing to see that such a powerful character like Infinity Ultron feels a little bit more underwhelming, because Loki can score very high for you in AVX, right? That's one. You got Thena, who can score much higher than him, and she can clear higher stages in World Boss Legend, right? You got, I don't know, Super Giant. She can climb really high stages too, right? You get what I'm saying? So why would you want to waste crystals on this character again? Unless you like him, of course, that's completely fine. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna tell you how you should build your character and which character you should build. You can build any character you want, alright? It's your account, not mine. So you can build any character you want, but if your intention is to buy Infinity Ultron for the sole purpose of improving your roster, then you should reconsider the decision, because he's not going to improve your roster by any way, shape, or form. He's very mediocre in his performance. He's not really impressive by all means. I've watched enough content creators from other channels, like Beast Mode and Cynic Alex and Forgo, I believe, Hassan King, Akash. I've watched a lot of content creators out there. He doesn't seem like he is really going to be impactful for you in your roster. He's very mediocre, very mediocre. You can even watch contents like a content creator like Moonbro. He did a very well in-depth content about him, explanation about how he works. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's not gonna be impactful for you at all. He's gonna be good, but that's about it. You get what I'm saying? That's about it. Just good enough for you. That's it. He's not gonna be very impactful. So, in my opinion, you should probably skip this uniform and save yourself the crystals for another tier 3 character in the future that might come out. Or if you didn't have Loki, then go ahead and buy Loki's uniform. That would be very, very good. Yeah, this uniform is completely useless, and it's sad because this character was very powerful in the What If series, and yeah, it's sad to see that he's very, very weak like this. So I really hope the developer team can just like buff a little bit of his damage, maybe increase the number of hits, or increase the damage buffs that he has on his third skill. Make it like 0.9 for example, or 0.8 for example, or his frenzy buff, make it from 35% to 45%, or maybe 55%. Buff him a little bit more, because his damage is very, very bad. It's extremely underwhelming. So this uniform for me is a hard skip. legit. Next we have Thanos, Obsidian King Thanos. So this uniform is impressive. It is very, very impressive for PvP. I just want to point out the reason why I did not make any PvE content with King Thanos, Obsidian King Thanos, is because he doesn't seem like he is impactful for PvE either. He's mainly built for PvP, just from the kit, from his tier 2 passive. Increases damage dealt to targets with remove all debuffs effects by 80%. That rings a PvP. This one, increase basic damage dealt to a superhero faction by 30%. That's PvP, because most PvP characters, PvP content is mostly guarded by superheroes. Sentry, Adam Warlock, Spider-Man, the Eternals, the Defenders. They're all superheroes, right? He also has 20% recovery of max HP every 2 seconds. That also rings a bell like PvP to me, you know? On his uniform effect, he has this crazy heal. 70% recovery of max HP when HP is below 30%. That's PvP. Decreased basic damage received by 50%. That is also PvP. Like, yeah, he is designed specifically for PvP. He has this iframe ignore. Yeah, he has this immunity to all debuffs, which we have never seen before, because I don't think we have ever seen immunity to all debuffs effect on a character. Yeah, he has this crazy excluding bosses, ignores enemies, damage decreased by 30%. Yeah, he is built fully for PvP. He doesn't have any PvE relation whatsoever, you know? Like, a PvE character usually has chain hit damage, crazy frenzy attack buffs, a huge accumulation. You know, he doesn't have any accumulation, and his frenzy buffs are very minor. Like, he has 25% all attack, all defense frenzy buff, and he has another 35% all attack increase from his 5th skill. That's just PvP buff attacks. So that's the main reason why I didn't do any PvE content with King Thanos, because he doesn't seem to be impactful for PvE at all. Alright, so I built him fully for PvP, and if you guys still curious, you can go back and watch my PvP video on Obsidian King Thanos. He is consistently taking out Adam Warlock, Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, Sentry, Hela, all these sort of meta characters consistently, and he's doing it consistently with just a regular authority. I used it with just a regular authority, and he's taking out consistently these metas. Like, Adam Warlock is nowhere to be seen. Neither is Spider-Man. Neither is Doctor Doom. Like, these guys are completely gone. They're just gone. This dude came in. He just came in. He dodged them. Like, he ducked. Like, literally, they just ducked right him. They ducked him right there, bro. He is built for PvP. So he is a meta for PvP. He's a very tanky guy. He has tons of HP, right? Yeah, this uniform is complete bangers for PvP. So my advice, if you are pushing for PvP, I would 100% recommend you to get Thanos. And Thanos is actually a much cheaper option. He's a much cheaper option than Sentry and Adam Warlock and Doctor Doom. Reason for that is because you can unlock Thanos in World Boss Ultimate. You play 10 runs, which is 2 days worth of World Boss. You unlock him and you buy his uniform. Now, of course, his uniform is gonna cost you on 40% discount is gonna cost you like 1,500 crystals. Yeah, and with the upcoming anniversary, it's gonna be 50% discount, which will most likely be 1,250 crystals. So if you haven't bought this uniform yet, save your crystals, save 100, 2,050 crystals, and buy this uniform on the anniversary, because this uniform is meta for me is very, very strong for PvP. And like I said, if you guys don't believe me, you can go back and watch my videos on King Thanos in PvP. He's consistently taking them out. He does struggle a little bit against Spider-Man because of that crazy buff that he has. Spidey has like that 60% buff, damage buff to supervillains. He struggles a little bit to Spider-Man, but he still takes him out consistently. So yeah, this uniform for me is definitely worth buying. He's a very tanky guy. He has the damage, like this tier 2 passive. Oh my god, bro, this tier 2 passive alone is, I mean, just read that. 80% damage increase to targets with debuff removal instinct effect, and 80% damage increase to targets with remove all debuff effects. The difference between these two is that the debuff removal leadership, when it gets applied, he deals 80% increased damage, and the remove debuff instinct effects, when it's active, he deals 80% damage. So it's like an instinct effect, you know, just like the instincts right here. There, the instinct effect, when it's active, he deals like 80% damage increase. So this uniform for me is definitely worth buying. So if you haven't bought this uniform, go ahead and buy it. He's definitely meta, he's definitely tanky. I'm gonna be swapping the CTP of Authority with a mighty CTP of Regen, and I'll beef him up a lot more, because why not? Because I would love to see a tanky Thanos with tons of HP who doesn't die, and it honestly synergizes very well with his HP recovery, like his healing from his tier 2 passive. Yeah, it synergizes very well with it, not tier 2, excuse me, it is 4-star passive. Yeah, it says 4-star passive. But if you want to give him my mighty Authority, go ahead, it's up to preference. You build the character the way you want. I'm building him with a mighty Regen. So also he has this crazy debuff removal leadership that applies to all villains. So yeah, this uniform is definitely made for PvP. I would definitely recommend you to buy this uniform. He is a meta for me, in my personal opinion. He is among the metas for the best, if not the best PvP character out there. So yeah, that's basically the video is for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my videos on Infinity Ultron and King Thanos. I hope my content helped you improve your roster a bit further. Thanos, definitely you should buy him, you should consider him and buy him. As for Ultron, unfortunately you can just skip him because he's not going to improve your roster any further. He's not going to perform any better than Loki or Supergiant or any of the other villain characters. So my advice, skip Infinity Ultron and just aim for King Thanos, because he is definitely that guy, and he is definitely worth getting for his performance in PvP if you wish to go for PvP. So hope you guys liked the video. If you enjoyed my review on these characters, hit the like button, subscribe and share, and hit the notification ring bell so you won't miss out on the latest videos. And I'll catch you up guys later on the next one. Take care.